Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Param Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Diriye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtiki. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, Chapter 6, the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami, he wanted to just run away to Jagannath Puri, and his father would again bring him back, and his mother said, what to do with him? So text 41. Chaitanya Chandrer Kripa Haya Chai Hare Chaitanya Chandrer Batul Kedakite Pare. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has fully bestowed his mercy on him. Who can keep home such a madman of Chaitanya Chandra? Tabe Raghunath Kichu Vicharila Mane Nityananda Gosai Rapash Chalila Rabbi. Then Raghunath Das considered something in his mind, and the next day he went to Nityananda Gosai. So this is when this Panihati festival. Panihati Grame Paila Prabhu Darshan Kirtaniya Sevak Sanjay Arabahujan. In the village of Panihati, Raghunath Das obtained an interview with Nityananda Prabhu, who was accompanied by many Kirtan performers, servants, and others. Ganga Tire Vriksha Mule Pindara Upare Vasiyachin Yena Koti Surida Ekare. Sitting on a rock under a tree on the bank of the Ganga, Lord Nityananda seemed as effulgent as hundreds of thousands of rising suns. Tale upare bahu bhakta haya cheveshtita dekhi prabhur prabhava Raghunath vismita. Many devotees sat on the ground surrounding him. Seeing the influence of Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das was astonished. Dandavata haya se padila kat dure sevak kahe Raghunath Dandavata kare. Raghunath Das offered his obeisances by falling prostrate at a distant place, and the servant of Nityananda Prabhu pointed out, there is Raghunath Das offering you obeisances. Shuni Prabhu kahe chora dili darshana I aji tora karimu dandana. Hearing this, Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, you are a thief. Now you have come to see me? Come here. Today I shall punish you. Prabhu bolaye teho nikate na kare gamana akarshiya tar mathe Prabhu dharila charam. The Lord called him, but Raghunath Das did not go near the Lord. Then the Lord forcibly caught him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Das's head. So why did Nityananda Prabhu call Raghunath Das a thief? Sure. Because what had happened was Raghunath Das met Lord Chaitanya before he met Lord Nityananda. He was supposed to get Lord Nityananda's mercy first and then open the door for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. But it so happened he just met Lord Chaitanya first. Of course, Lord Nityananda is not angry with him because Lord forcibly caught him and placed his lotus feet upon Raghunath Das's head, understanding what Raghunath Das wanted. So he wanted to give him his mercy first. So Kautuke Nityananda Sahaje Dayama Raghunathe Kahe Kichu Aya Sada. Lord Nityananda was by nature very merciful and funny. Being merciful, he spoke to Raghunath Das as follows. Niketena Aisha Chora Aga Dure Dure Aji Lagi Payachi Dandimuto Mare. You're just like a thief, for instead of coming near, you stay away at a distant place. Now that I have captured you, I shall punish you. Dadi chida bhakshan karah mor gane, shuni anandita haila raghunatham. Make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. He was son of a very rich Jamidar, so it wasn't difficult for him to feed all his associates. So he was very pleased. Seikshane nijya loka pathaila grame bhaksha dravya loka sab grama aiteyan. Raghunath Das immediately sent his own men to the village to purchase all kinds of eatables and bring them back. Chida dahi dugdh sandesh aar chini kal sab dravya anaya chodi ke dharila. Raghunath Das brought chipped rice, yogurt, milk, sweetmeats, sugar, bananas, and other eatables and placed them all around. Mahotsav Nam Shuni Brahman Sajjan Asitela Gila Loka Asankhya Gana. As soon as they heard that a festival was going to be held, all kinds of Brahmins and other gentlemen began to arrive. Thus, there were innumerable people. So they were coming from everywhere, and they heard there's a festival going. Are gramantar haite samagriyani shat dui chari hola taha. Seeing the crowd increasing, Raghunath Das arranged to get more eatables from other villages. He also brought 200 to 400 large, round earthen pots. Vada vada mrit kundika anaila pancha shate ek vipra prabhu lagi chida bheja etake. He also obtained 5 or 7 especially large earthen pots. And in those pots, a Brahmin began soaking chipped rice for the satisfaction of Lord Nityananda. Ek thai tapta dugde chida bhijaya. Ardhe kacha nila dadhi chini kaladi. In one place, chipped rice was soaked in hot milk in each of the large pots. Then half the rice was mixed with yogurt, sugar, and bananas. Ara ardhe ghana vrita dugde te chani champa kala chini grita karpura tate. The other half was mixed with condensed milk and a special type of banana known as champa kala. Then sugar, clarified butter, and camphor were added. Dhuti pari prabhu yadi pinda teva sila shat kundi vipratara agete dharila. After Nityanand Prabhu had changed his cloth for a new one and sat on a raised platform, the Brahman brought before him the 7 huge pots. Chabutra upare yat prabhur nijgani. Bada bada loka vasila mandali rachan. On that platform, all the most important associates of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, as well as other important men, sat down in a circle around the Lord. Ramadas Sundarananda Das Gadadhara Murari Kamalakar Sadashiv Purandara. Among them were Ramadas, Sundarananda, Gadadhar Das, Murari, Kamalakar, Sadashiv, and Purandara. Dhananjay Jagadish, Parameshwar Das, Mahesh Gauri Das, Hola Krishna Das. Dhananjay, Jagadish, Parameshwar Das, Mahesh, Gauri Das, and Hola Krishna Das were also there. Udharan Datta Adi Yat Nij Gana Upare Vasila Sab Ke Kare Ganan. Similarly, Udharan Datta Thakur and many other personal associates of the Lord sat on the raised platform with Nityanand Prabhu. No one could count them all. The devotees mentioned herein are described by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhashya. For further information, one may consult the following references in the Adi Lila. Ramadas, and then Sundaranand, Gadadhar Das, Murari. This Murari is different from Murari Gupta. His full name is Murari Chaitanya Das. And he is a personal associate of Nityananda. Kamalakar, Sadashiv, Purandar, Dhananjay, Jagdish, Parmeshwar, and Mahesh, Gauridas, Hola Krishna Das, Udharan Datta. Shuni Pandit Bhattacharya, Yat Vipra Aila, Manya Kari Prabhu Sabare Upare Vasaila. Hearing about the festival, all kinds of learned scholars, Brahmins and priests went there. Lord Nityananda Prabhu honored them and made them sit on the raised platform with him. दुई दुई मृत कुंडिका सबार आगे देला एके दुग्ध चिड़ा आर दधी चिड़ा काइला. Everyone was offered two earthen pots. In one was put chipped rice with condensed milk, and in the other chipped rice with yogurt. आरजत लोक सब चौतराचा लाने मंडली बंधे वसीला तारना है गणान. All the other people sat in groups around the platform. No one could count how many people were there. एक एक जनारे दुई दुई होलना दीला दधी चीड़ा दुग्ध चीड़ा दुई ते भी जाएगा. Each and every one of them was supplied two earthen pots, one of chipped rice soaked in yogurt and the other of chipped rice soaked in condensed milk. कौन कौन विप्र ऊपर स्थान न पाया दुई होलनाए चीड़ा भी जाए गंगा तीरे गिया. Some of the Brahmins, not having gotten a place on the platform, went to the bank of the Ganga with their two earthen pots and soaked their chipped rice there. तीरे स्थान न पाए आर कत जान जले नामी दधी चीड़ा करे भक्षण. Others who could not get a place, even on the bank of the Ganga, got down into the water and began eating the two kinds of chipped rice. केह ऊपरे केह तले केह गंगा तीरे विष जन तीन ठाई परिवेशन करे. Thus some sat on the platform, some at the base of the platform, and some on the bank of the Ganga, and they were all supplied two pots each by the 20 men who distributed the food. Ena kale aila tatha Raghava Pandita hasite lagila dekhi haya vismita. At that time, Raghava Pandit arrived there. Seeing the situation, he began to laugh in great surprise. Ni sakali nana mat prasadhanila prabhure age diya tagane bantitila. He brought many kinds of food cooked in ghee and offered to the Lord. This prasadam he first placed before Lord Nityananda and distributed among the devotees. Prabhure kahe toma lagi bhog lagaila tumi iha utsav kar ghare prasad rahila. Raghava Pandit said to Lord Nityananda, "For you, sir, I have already offered food to the deity at home. But you are engaged in a festival here, so the food is lying there untouched." Prabhu kahe ek dravya din kari bhojan, ratre tomar ghare prasad kari hu bhakshan. Lord Nityananda replied, "Let me eat all this food here during the day, and I shall eat at your home at night." Gopajati ami bahu gopagana sange ami sukha paiye pulin bhojan range. I belong to a community of cowherd boys, and therefore I generally have many cowherd associates with me. I am happy when we eat together in a picnic like this by the sandy bank of the river. So Lord Nityananda, I'm like Gopa, so I like sitting at the bank of the river and eat my lunch with my friends. राघवे बसाया दुई कुंडी दियो आईला राघव दुई विद्या चीड़ा ताते भी जाईला. Lord Nityananda made Raghav Pandit sit down and had two pots delivered to him also. There were two kinds of chipped rice soaked in. Sakala lokera chila purna yabe haila dhyane tabe prabhu maha prabhure anila. When chipped rice had been served to everyone, Lord Nityananda Prabhu in meditation brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is happening in near Kolkata, and Mahaprabhu is in Jagannath Puri, where Mahaprabhu came and Lord Nityananda asked him. Mahaprabhu aila dekhi nitai uthila, tare laya sabar chida, dekhite lagi. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived, Lord Nityananda Prabhu stood up. They then saw how the others were enjoying the chipped rice with yogurt and condensed milk. Sakal kundira holanara chilare ek ek gras Mahaprabhu mukhe dena kari parihas. For each and every part, Lord Nityananda Prabhu took one morsel of chipped rice and pushed it into the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a joke. Hasi Mahaprabhu yaar ek gras laya, tar mukhe diya khaya, ya hasi. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, also smiling, took a morsel of food, pushed it into the mouth of Nityananda, and laughed as he made Lord Nityananda eat it. So Mahaprabhu came in unmanifested form, not physically he was there, but only Lord Nityananda would see him. Ei mat nitai bule sakal mandale, dandaya ranga dekhe Vaishnava sakale. In this way, Lord Nityananda was walking through all the groups of eaters, and all the Vaishnavas standing there were seeing the fun. Ki kariya belai keha nahi jane, Mahaprabhu darshane pae kona bhagyavan. No one could understand what Nityananda Prabhu was doing as he walked about. Some, however, who were very fortunate could see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also present. Tabe hasi Nityananda vasilasan, chari kundi aroya chila rakhila dahi. Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chipped rice that had not been made from boiled paddy. Asandiya Mahaprabhu re te taha vasaila, dui bhai tabe chila kahite lagi. Lord Nityananda offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together, the 2 brothers began eating chipped rice. Dekhi Nityananda Prabhu Anandita Haila, Kata Kata Bhava Vesha Prakasha Karila. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating with him, Lord Nityananda Prabhu became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. Agya dila hari bali kara bhojana, hari hari dhvani uthi, bharila bhuvana. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, all of you eat, chanting the holy name of Hari. Immediately the holy names, Hari, Hari, resounded, filling the entire universe. Hari Hari Bali Vaishnav Karaye Bhojan, Pulin Bhojan Sabara Haila Smaran. When all the Vaishnavas were chanting the holy names, Hari Hari, and eating, they remembered how Krishna and Balram ate with their companions, the cowherd boys, on the bank of the Yamuna. Nityananda Mahaprabhu Kripalu Dhara Raghunathir Bhaget Kailangikara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu are extremely merciful and liberal. It was Raghunath Das's good fortune that they accepted all these dealings. Nityananda Prabhav Kripa Jani Be Kona Jana Mahaprabhu Ani Karaye Bhulena Bhojan. Who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come eat chipped rice on the bank of the Ganga. Shri Ramadas Adi Gopa Prema Vishta Haila, Ganga Tira Jamuna Pulena Jnana Kahila. All the confidential devotees who were cowherd boys, headed by Shri Ramadas, were absorbed in ecstatic love. They thought the bank of the Ganga to be the bank of the Yamuna. Mahotsav Shuni Pasari Nana Grama Haite, Chil Dadi Sandesh Kala Anila Vechite. When the shopkeepers of many of the villages heard about the festival, they arrived there to sell chipped rice, yogurt, sweetmeats, and bananas. Yat Dravya Laya se Sab Mulya Karilaya, Tar Dravya Mulya Divya, Diya Tahare Khaye. As they came bringing all kinds of food, Raghunath Das purchased it all. He gave them the price for the goods and later fed them the very same food. Kautuk dekhite aila yat yat jahan, sei chida dadi kala, karila bhakshan. Anyone who came to see how these funny things were going on was also fed chipped rice, yogurt, and bananas. Bhojan kari Nityananda, Achaman kaila, Chari kundira avashesha, Raghunathe dila. After Lord Nityananda Prabhu finished eating, he washed his hands and mouth and gave Raghunath Das the food remaining in the 4 pots, so that he had kept aside. Artin kundikaya avashesha chila, grase grase kari vipra sab bhakt dila. There was food remaining in the other 3 big pots of Lord Nityananda. And the Brahman distributed it to all the devotees, giving a morsel to each. Pushpamala viprani prabhu gal dila, chandananiya prabhu sarvangi lepila. Then the Brahman brought a flower garland, placed a garland on Nityanand Prabhu's neck, and smeared sandalwood pulp all over his body. Sevak tambulaya kare samarpana, hasiya hasiya prabhu kare charvan. When a servant brought betel nuts and offered them to Lord Nityananda, the Lord smiled and chewed them. Mala chandan tambula shesha yachila, Shri haste prabhuta, sabakare bantitila. With his own hands, Lord Nityananda Prabhu distributed to all the devotees whatever flower garlands, sandalwood pulp, and betel nuts remained. Anandita Raghunatha Prabhu Sheshapaya Apanara Gana Saha Kaila Bantiya. After receiving the remnants of food left by Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das, who was greatly happy, ate some and distributed the rest among his own associates. Eita kahilu Nityanandera Vihara, Chidadahi Mahotsava Name Khyati Jara. Thus I have described the pastimes of Lord Nityananda Prabhu in relation to the celebrated festival of chipped rice and yogurt. So Chidadahi festival. So that comes, according to Tithi, that comes maybe 1 day or 2 days after Nirjala Ekadashi. Prabhu Vishram Kaila Yadi Dina Shesha Haila Raghav Mandire Tave Kirtanaram Bhila. Nityanand Prabhu rested for the day, and when the day ended, he went to the temple of Raghav Pandit and began congregational chanting of the holy names. Bhakta Sab Nachaya Nityananda Rai Shesha Nitya Kare Preme Jagat Bhasai. Lord Nityanand Prabhu first influenced all the devotees to dance, and finally he himself began dancing, thus inundating the entire world in ecstatic love. Mahaprabhu Tara Nitya Kare Nandarshan, Sabe Nityananda Dekhe Na Dekhe Anya Jan. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was observing the dancing of Lord Nityanand Prabhu. Nityanand Prabhu could see this, but the others could not. Nityanandera Nitya Yena Tahare Nartane Upama Devara Nahi Tin Bhuvane. The dancing of Lord Nityanand Prabhu, like the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cannot be compared to anything within these 3 worlds. Nityera Madhuri Keva Varni Bare Pare Mahaprabhu Aisha Ye Nitya Dekhi Pare. No one could properly describe the sweetness of Lord Nityananda's dancing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally comes to see it. Nitya Katri Prabhu Jave Vishrama Karila Bhojanera Lagi Pandit Nivedana Kaila. After dancing and after Lord Nityanand had rested, Raghav Pandit submitted his request that the Lord take supper. Bhojane Vasila Prabhu Nichagana Laya Mahaprabhu Rasan Daine Patiya. Lord Nityanand Prabhu sat down for supper with his personal associates and made a sitting place on his right side for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu Asi say Asane Vasila Deki Raghavera Mane Ananda Badila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and sat down at his place. Seeing this, Raghav Pandit felt increasing happiness. So it was said that wherever Lord Nityananda is dancing, Raghav Pandit is serving food, Shachi Mata is cooking, and one more place that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would always come over there. And then Shrivas Thakur's Angan. दुई भाई आगे प्रसादानी धरी, सकल वैष्णवे पीछे परिवेशन कईला. Raghav Pandit brought the prasadam before the two brothers and thereafter distributed prasadam to all the other Vaishnavas. Nana prakara pitha payas, divya shalayana, amrita nindai aiche vivid vyanjan. There were varieties of cakes, sweet rice, and fine cooked rice that surpassed the taste of nectar. There were also varieties of vegetables. Raghav Thakurer Prasad Amriter Sar Mahaprabhu Yaha Khaite Aise Bar Bar. The food prepared and offered to the deity by Raghav Pandit was like the essence of nectar. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there again and again to eat such prasad. Pakakari Raghav Yabe Bhoga Lagaya Mahaprabhu Lagi Bhoga Prithaka Badaya. When Raghav Pandit offered the food to the deity after cooking, he would make a separate offering for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pratidin Mahaprabhu kare na bhojan, madhya madhya Prabhu tare dena darshan. Every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat at the house of Raghav Pandit. Sometimes he would give Raghav Pandit the opportunity to see him. Dui bhaire Raghavani pariveshe, yatna kari khao yaye, na rahe avsheshe. Raghav Pandit would bring and distribute prasadam to the two brothers, feeding them with great attention. They ate everything, and therefore there were no remnants left. Kat upahara ane hena nahi jani, Raghavera ghare randhe Radha Thakurani. He brought so many presentations that no one could know them perfectly. Indeed, it was a fact that the Supreme Mother Radharani personally cooked in the house of Raghav Pandit. Durvasara thaite ho, paya chena vara, amrita haite pakatara, adhika madhura. Srimati Radharani received from Durvasa Muni the benediction that whatever she cooked would be sweeter than nectar. That is a special feature of her cooking. So this pastime of Durvasa Muni, blessing Srimati Radharani, happened in Barsana. So Radharani was little girl and she was playing with her friends Lalita, Sakhi, Vishakha, and Chitralekha. So they were playing the cooking game. So they were cooking with the mud. So they're making mud ball laddus. So laddus in the form, but made of all mud. The rotis and everything was of mud. So Durvasa Muni happened to come by, and he saw Radharani, a little girl. She was playing with her friends, and he was obviously attracted by the beauty of Radharani and her nature. So Radharani approached Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni was going towards her, and Radharani approached. Baba, Baba, I made wonderful laddus and other things. Why don't you taste them? No, the laddu was made of mud. And Durvasa, Lali, Lali, it's okay. I'm not going to eat. I'm okay. No, 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 Baba, you eat this. It's very tasty, very sweet. And she forcibly put that laddu in Durvasa Muni's mouth. Durvasa Muni, known for his uh, angry mood, and Lali just put that laddu in his mouth. And when he ate that laddu made of mud, he felt it is sweeter than nectar. He said, I've never tasted anything like this. So sweet, nectarian, and it increased the health. It was, he became very healthy just eating that mud laddu given to him by the hands of Radharani. Then, although Radharani doesn't need anybody's blessings, but Durvasa Muni said, Lali, from now on, whatever you cook, And whoever eats, whatever you cook, it will like sweeter than nectar. And whoever eats that food, he will never become sick. And he left. Now this benediction, the talks of benediction of Durvasa Muni to Radharani, that spread everywhere. So from Nandagaon, Yashoda Maya heard that. And Radharani's mother, Kirtida, is a good friend of Yashoda Maya. So Yashoda Maya came to Barsana with Nand Baba, and they met Kirtida and the Vrishbhanudev and requested them to send Radharani every day to Nandagaon to cook for Krishna. Because Yashoda Maya wants the best for Krishna. So Radharani, every day she goes. Of course, these are Nitya Leelas. So every day in the morning she goes from Barsana to Nandagaon to cook for Krishna. And this is a Nitya pastime, and of course Krishna does his mischievous pastimes, and Radharani every day. And it is said that in Nandagaon, in the kitchen of Yashoda Maya, there are 100 pots, 100 stoves burning. And Radharani, in the middle of all the stoves, she prepares, cooks everything, along with her gopis friends. I mean, they all are there every day. And she never repeats the same preparation. How is it possible? Oh, I think when we go back to spiritual world and help Radharani in her cooking, we'll find out. Till then, I have no idea. She never repeats, and everything she cooks is like nectar, sweeter than nectar. I mean, of course, not like salty things. They won't be sweet, but they are nectarian. And so from Nandagaon, one side is Barsana, and when Radharani got married to Abhimanyu, the other side is Javat. Now Krishna had to make sure that Radharani still comes every day to Nandagaon to cook for him, although she was married. So again, he plays some pastimes, he performs pastimes and makes her mother-in-law Jatila that you have to send her to cook for Krishna. So these are the super beautiful, super sweet pastimes of Krishna and Radharani. And here also it is said Srimati Radharani is cooking at the kitchen of Ragha Pandit for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, I guess with these thoughts we can stop here. See anybody have any questions about this?
Nice class, Prabhuji. Very sweet pastime.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Prabhuji,
you.
I think
Yes,
you
Prabhu.
will have to send the flyer again of the trip. Otherwise, all the devotees will have to sleep on the pavements there in Allahabad.
So we'll be sleeping on the banks of Ganga and Yamuna.
And we will freeze also, na?
Oh, it will be freezing. It will be very cold. Yes.
Freezing for 15th of January is damn freezing. Magh, peak of Magh. Because after the 4, either we disband the tour or we get enough devotees to travel with us so that we can take a bus. Because we cannot undertake a tour trip with 4 devotees. and it is getting awfully bad in Allahabad. The rooms that were quoting a price of 2,000, 2,500 rupees are going for 8,000 now.
Sure, I'll
Just
post
put
the
a
flyer.
flyer, then I will also hammer it in. Otherwise, the tour gets disbanded. We two will go together.
Chalo, theek hai. I'll post it again.
ठीक है बाबूजी, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, Babuji. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.